we figured we'd do something food related, farm to table related, like that's a big part of both of our lives and was a big passion of ours. But then we just kind of like ditched the whole food idea at first anyway, because he was a chef for a good 15 years. And so we decided to apply that same farm to table ethos to beer, which now seems like a very obvious thing to do. But believe it or not, back in 2010, we were writing the business plan. People weren't doing this, especially in New York State.
Every ingredient holds its own in a certain aspect. Some of the terroir that you get from utilizing local New York State grains and local New York State hops is pretty incredible. There was 15 acres growing or somewhere around there when we first started. There's now almost 500 acres of hops, 400 plus breweries, and a huge amount of maltsters starting to pop up. We typically utilize New York State hops in building the base of our beer. We're using it to build the juice characteristic of an IPA. You know, we're using it to build the really depth, pithy, kind of tropical fruit that you would get in a beer like Annie. That's where we utilize the New York State hop.
Damn near 100% of what we get and we produce in that kitchen is purchased locally, and most of it is purchased direct farmer. But you know, we have a dairy right up the road. We have local bakers we can work with. We buy our beef by the cow from an Amish farmer. We buy whole chickens from the same farmer. So we work with lots of different farmers. But it's an agricultural area, so we have a lot of options. We're trying to help contribute to an ecologically, socially, economically, and culturally thriving community. And that's exactly what Locavore does. That's exactly what Farm to Table or Farm to Glass does.
Just seeing that growth from where we started in 2012 with 65 breweries in New York State to 400 breweries now in 2017, it's a magnificent growth, and the beers that are coming out of this state right now, I think, are some of the most world-class beers you will ever have. You know, there's no reason not to come here and really enjoy an experience. And one of the experiences that we have, fortunately, is that we live in Central New York, and Central New York is one of the most beautiful parts of the country that you could ever come to. To drive through that just to get to another beverage destination is probably one of the best things you can ever do.